I think uncertainty is one of the hardest things for us as humans. Not because uncertainty is painful, but because our brain hates not knowing. I'll give you an example. Okay, so a few months ago, I was talking to this guy. I liked him, but he told me that he didn't have feelings for anyone at that moment, and maybe, just maybe, he could fall in love with me in the future. Now you would think that answer would make me patient, right? That answer would make me feel like, okay, if he doesn't like me, then that's fine. I'll just go with someone else. But no, it made me spiral. Suddenly I wanted answers to questions like nobody on earth could answer. Does he actually like me? Will we end up together? Is he my future husband? Or am I wasting my time? And somehow one question turned into 100. And then it wasn't just about him anymore. I wanted to know everything. What will my career look like? Will YouTube work out? Where will I be 5 years from now? Will everything be okay? I became obsessed with certainty. I thought if I could just figure everything out, I'd finally relax. So I started asking everyone. I legit called all of my friends and I told them about my situation. And I wanted to know that if he likes me, like, what do you think? You know, does like I wanted to decode everything. That's what I did. I legit called them and I told him that this is what we talked about, this is what we did, this is what we texted, and do you think he likes me? That was my legit question. Do you think he likes me? Because I wanted to know if there was hope for us, or I just wanted to know my future. I watched tarot readings, I looked at astrology, I searched for signs I wanted. Like I wanted someone, anyone to tell me how this story is going to end because I believe that if I knew the ending, I'd finally feel safe. Like just tell me, right? If there's chance for us, tell me. If we are meant to not be together, then I would like to know that as well, so that I wouldn't invest my time, I wouldn't invest my efforts on him, which is kind of crazy. I mean, if you think about it. But that made me spiral so much. There was a point where it wasn't about him anymore. It was about, would I be a YouTuber? Would I get my silver play button, or how would things look like for me? Like, would I go on a trip to Bali? Because for so long, all I wanted to do was go on a trip to Bali. So, like, would I get that chance? That was all I wanted to know. And I'm not joking about astrology. I am legit not joking because I wasn't getting the answers that I wanted. Right. So I thought maybe astrology could help me. Maybe, they can predict what my future would look like based on the day that I was born, the time that I was born, like everything, like my name, my spellings, like where do I live, like everything. So that was the amount of spiraling that I went through. Like I was crazy. I'm not even joking. I was obsessed with wanting to know how everything's gonna turn out in my life. And the thing is, like, the more information I collected, the more confused I became because I was like, this is not answering the question that I have in my mind. And suddenly I was so frustrated with everything that was going on that I decided that, you know what? Like, F it. Like, I don't want to know a single thing. I don't want to know if we are going to end up together. I don't want to know if I'll be a YouTuber. I don't want to know anything. And that is when I realized that I was asking questions nobody could answer. Not my friends, not tarot cards, no, not astrology. No one on this internet could answer what I wanted to know. And because like the future hadn't happened yet. And then I remember thinking, forget it. I don't want to predict my life anymore. And do you know what happened? For the first time in weeks, my mind became quiet. I stopped spiraling. Not because suddenly I had answers to all of my questions, but because I accepted uncertainty. And that is when I realized this thing. that I tell myself over and over again, that you can analyze your past, you can learn from your mistakes, you can prepare for tomorrow, but you cannot decode your future. You just cannot. No one can tell you exactly what's going to happen. Like, no one can tell you. Maybe things will work out, maybe things will not, right? Maybe that person will love you and maybe they won't. Only time knows, only God knows. And somehow that's okay. I mean, because our job isn't to control how our life unfolds. Our job is to control how we show up every day. We can choose to work hard. We can choose to be kind. We can choose to communicate honestly. We can choose to keep trying, and everything else will unfold when it's meant to be. And I remember when I was talking to my friend about this, she legit told me that, girl, if we know how our future is gonna look like, then there wouldn't be fun anymore. Like, where's the fun? If you know what's going to happen, if you know with whom you're going to end up. I mean, yeah, it's frustrating. Yeah, it's tiring. Yeah, it's full of uncertainty. And yeah, you're confused right now. But I mean, sometimes things happen in our life, right? Which we haven't even expected, and they are for our good, right? We later on realize that, oh my God, thank God this thing happened. So if everyone knows how their life is going to turn out, then where's the fun in that? Like, how would you enjoy your life? Because you would know how things are going to work out. Because she legit told me that, think about all the times when you thought that things wouldn't work out and they did. They legit work out and you became so happy, you became so excited, you became so confident. Now imagine if you would have known from the beginning that this is how things were going to happen, then would you have felt that same level of excitement, that same level of happiness, that same level of confidence later on? No, you won't. So that is when I legit decided that, you know what, let's just live my life. Let's just live my life in present. Like, I should not try to live my life in the future. And that is what I would like to tell you. I mean, if you're someone who wants to know how everything will going to work out in your life, right? Or if you're confused because of all the uncertainty, then that is what I would like to tell you is, sorry, and this is what I would like to tell you, that you wouldn't know. That's it. Like, you legit wouldn't know if things would work out, if things would not, if he would love you, if he would not. I mean, how your career is gonna look like, how your family's future, how your family is going to look like, how your dream mansion is going to look like. Like, no one knows anything. So you trying to decode everything is legit you wasting your time. I'm telling you, I've been through this. I've been through this because I was in this loop where I wasted a lot of my time, right? A lot of my time doing something which wasn't even worth it. I'm legit telling you, I even stopped making YouTube videos because I didn't have time for that. I was like, this can happen anytime, right? The most important thing is I want to decode. I want to know how things will going to work out. So did I get all the answers? No, I didn't. I'm legit telling you, no, I didn't. And it only made me feel so anxious, so stressed. I couldn't even tell you. I mean, that phase, I am legit so thankful that I'm out of that phase. Where I'm like, now I'm like, I don't care. I don't want to know. Things will unfold, right? I mean, things happen when it's meant to be. So me stressing over something isn't going to help me at all, right? Like I mean, now I have two options. Either I can stress that whether I would be a YouTuber or not, whether I would get silver play button or not, or whether I would get golden play button or not. I can stress, I can try to predict, right? Or I can just leave things for the future and just do my job, which is to post videos consistently and try to make meaningful videos, right? Because and that sort of gave me the patience, the peace which I wanted. Yeah. And And honestly, I'm just so scared. I mean, the phase, and I'm not even talking like, okay, I was like this for 15 days, for like 10 days. No, no, I'm telling you, I was like this for 2 months. 2 months of being this crazy, obsessed girl who wanted to know everything, who wanted to know if he likes her, who wanted to know if her YouTube channel is going to work out, if it would ever get monetized, or if she would ever get to live a dream lifestyle. But now I'm okay. Like now I'm out of that phase, and that is when I decided that, you know what, I need to talk about this because this is so common. Like people feel this at one phase of their life. They do feel this. They do want to know everything because we are scared of uncertainty, because our reason for wanting to know is, what if something bad happens, right? And if something bad is going to happen, then I should be mentally prepared. That is our excuse. But is it? Like, is that the only reason you want to know? And the thing is, it doesn't end up at one thing, right? It creates a loop. It starts from one thing and then it goes to the other. Like, for example, right? Initially, all I wanted to fucking decode, sorry. All I wanted to decode was, does he like me? Would we end up together? That is what I wanted to know initially. But from that, like, does he like me? It went to, would my YouTube channel get monetized? Then it went from monetization to, would I get golden play button? Would I get silver play button? And then from that it went to how my future is going to look like, how my married life is gonna look like. Would I get to go on this trip that I always wanted to go? Like, it made me stuck in this loop. That is what it did. It made me stuck in this loop where it started from one thing, but it's not ending. It just keeps growing and growing and growing and growing and growing. So yeah, so that, I mean, I would advise you to live. That is what I would like to advise you. Like, live in present, right? Don't think about something that's going to happen maybe after 2 months, 3 months, or years, right? Maybe 1 year or 2 year. Like, you have your present right now. Like, focus on today. Like, what do you want to do today, right? What you did, what you want to improve, how you're going to improve. Like, focus on that instead of something that's going to maybe happen years later, right? Or maybe months later. We don't know. So that is it for today's video. Let me honestly know, what do you think about this one? And yeah, um we'll meet in the next one. So till then, bye bye.